There you go. Back at it. Delete all the stuff that we need to delete. All right. Anyway.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing? Isn't that a financial tip subject or something?
How do you still not know the topic of the video?
I forget everything.
Anyways, today we're talking about budgeting tips for couples.
Are you financial advisor now?
No.
Oh. Cause we don't do financial advice. We just.
This is just what we do.
For real.
Because you're really not allowed to give financial advice if you're not a financial advisor over the internet and stuff.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think so. Because I feel like everyone puts a disclaimer on their video and they're a financial advisor. Like a professional or whatever.
Oh. Okay, I guess. Let's just get off of this financial advice stuff for couples or whatever.
Anyways, number one tip is to set financial goals together, which some people just don't do because you should probably learn finances if you're going to be out here in the world together or also by yourself, because it's very important to know what you're going to buy, what you need to save up for, what you're budgeting for.
For real? I never had those because I never had any actual goals to strive for, I was just trying to live.
You mean you didn't have goals? You should have a goal to move out.
Oh yeah.
But that obviously wasn't a thing because you kept saying oh, in the economy, I'll probably still be here when I'm 30. I might be here forever. Who the heck says that?
A lot.
Not gonna lie, I was actually headed out the door. Ha!
That's not fun for this video. That's mean. That's mean. That's rude. You're mean.
Isn't that a whole, what do you call it? A deal breaker for a lot of women to hear that or something? I think it is.
That's just real. That's realism. That's just real. That's realistic, bro, for real.
It might be realistic, but that's pretty lame. You should still have some goals and aspirations.
I just really know what I was doing for real. But anyway.
Anyways, second tip is to create a budget, which obviously is budgeting.
Who knew that you would need to carry a budget for budgeting? Isn't that's a whole point, bro. Video's over. Video's over. That's it. Video's over. That's it. That's what it's all about.
You need to create a budget together. I guess it's more bringing together your income combined, what each of you make together and then individually, because you should also have your own expenses and then together expenses, joint expenses that you pay together. Together we would be the rent, but then on our own maybe you got some student loans or some debt to pay off. That would be an expense you would pay on your own.
Yeah. I don't know that. This subject is not. I can't make jokes.
Yes, you can.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
I'll put those coins in your purse.
Stop.
Ooh.
Stop. It's always sex.
I don't know. I don't have any other jokes.
The only jokes he has is sex.
No.
That's awful, bro.
No. Prioritize your spending. That's a good one.
Don't have anything. I don't have a joke. I'm so sorry. I do not have a joke today.
Because a lot of, we were talking about in the last video, a lot of couples will break up over this, and it's mostly because the spending is not prioritized. You realize at the end of the month you don't have money to pay rent for the next month because you spent it all on something that you thought you needed or you wanted or didn't plan for, and that's how you get to that point where you just did not prioritize it. So it should be kind of a planned out thing, what you're gonna spend for the month. You know exactly what you need to spend every month, every monthly expense, and then you'll see how much you have left over. But we kind of just eye it, or I eye it.
What I do? What did I do?
I'm more into the finances than he is. So I just kind of eye everything because I'm good with that. I don't need a calculator. I don't need to list out my expenses because I already know what's coming out. And I just took it from there. Like, if it's like this over here, $200, I can plan for that. I can do that. I'll still have money left over. So that's fine. So if it's not anything like you don't have that much expenses and then you don't have some big purchase, and eyeing it might be okay, but I know it's not for some people. Some people really do need to plan it all out, no matter how long you've been paying those same monthly expenses.
Real. I'm not good at counting.
I don't count anything. I just eye it. Like, I know exactly what needs to come out, and then like, okay, this much. If I had to take away this much, I'll still have enough for whatever we need. Because you never know when you go get hit with like a $200 bill out of nowhere.
Or when you run a red light.
Well, that's $50 usually.
Yeah.
Depends on where you live, I guess. I don't know.
Depends on your record too, I think. I'm not sure.
On the what?
Depends. It depends on things. Do you pay off your? I'm pretty sure you can just go to. You can go to spend a night in jail for that, can't you?
What the heck?
You spend a night in jail, you can pay off your ticket.
I could have did that. What the heck? No one tell me.
I don't know if they do it anymore. They used to do it. I remember seeing it in the Pursuit of Happiness movie. It's a thing that you can do.
I would have been like, okay, peace out. I'm going to jail.
Oh, you would survive. You would not survive jail.
Yes, I would.
Never in the night. You too, baby.
I survived 3 years in the hood. I think I can survive like a night in jail. One night. What's funny?
I'm from the hood. I could survive jail.
This is so dumb. And he's cut back on your expenses. What we did one time was we evaluated everything that we had that we don't need and also maybe don't use, like subscription services.
Yep.
Like Cox cable.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Like, we had the internet and the cable, and that mess was like 100,
160 almost.
or it might have been like 180.
Yeah, I think it was 100 actually. Yeah.
Yeah, almost $200 for that mess. And then we found out about smart TVs and stuff like Roku streaming.
We got scammed before this because
Oh.
we wanted to buy a refurbished smart TV. We got socks in the mail. Bro. What? Socks in the mail? That's crazy to me. That's absolutely insane.
We found out about smart TVs and then Roku. So we kind of just got a Roku stick, hooked it up to the TV, and then got rid of cable, which cut down a lot because we only had to pay like at the most $10 a month for each subscription channel service, whatever.
Yep.
And got rid of the panoramic, or is it?
It was a panoramic Cox router.
Yeah, because that was $90 a month, which really added on to the internet bill, and got rid of that. What they don't tell you about that, though, is you have to pay like a $200 fee to get rid of it early before some contract. Read the contracts, people.
For real, read the contracts, bro. You think it's just like, oh, he got internet, here's a router, here's stuff. No, I didn't know you were paying for the router. I didn't know you were paying for the cable box. Bro, that's crazy.
And I did not know it was going to be that much of a fee just to get out of it early. I didn't even know there was like a contract limit. Like, I called and they were like, oh, you can end it. They didn't tell me about any of that mess. Like, what the heck?
So I get you. All these special contracts here. I look at the contracts, bro.
But it would be nice. It would be a nice courtesy to make sure people are aware that, like, if you're going to cancel this, you got to pay this fee. Or this is how long it is. I did not know about any of that because they didn't inform me when I called.
Basically, if we would have had to wait for the contract, but we would have to wait till like basically the whole year passed for the next cycle of the darn contract.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'll just pay out. It's gonna take way too long.
Way too long.
I'm paying more than I would just pay now.
Basically.
It's crazy.
You also have to think about that. Like, would it be more to pay over time, or if you have to pay like a big amount now, get it out the way? Is that better? Even though that can be a little scary, but that's how it is out here.
That's how we do with our furniture.
Yeah.
We pay $2,000, $1,000 each.
because that would be a lot of interest.
It'd been a whole much more.
So if you can pay it out, and maybe you might be in like a bad spot for maybe a month, you just have to cut back on some things for the next month. It's all worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone is always telling you to use cash or a debit card, but I would say use a credit card.
Credit. Sorry. Go ahead.
If you have the money on the credit card. If you don't have the money on the credit card and you're in a lot of debt, you should probably use debit card or cash, because that would be a smart move. But credit cards, like it depends on which one you have, because if you have like one that gives you cash back or rewards, that would actually be smart to use, because you're getting money back as you pay for these things, as opposed to if you pay cash or a debit card, you wouldn't get any of that, and you're just paying without the benefits. And even if you don't, if you have a good spending credit history, you still need to build up your credit history to get to that point, so that will also be smart. But just use it wisely, pay it off, and all of that, and look into which ones you're getting.
Real.
Yeah, because each one has different benefits sometimes, and each company, you also have to look at the APR and all of that. But if you can pay it off, then definitely use it over cash or a debit card. That's like there's some debit cards give you rewards.
Yeah.
But I think that's not like the same.
No.
Also, build an emergency fund. That's always important. Like, we have emergency fund in cash, and also have like 2 savings accounts. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Always need an emergency fund. And sometimes it's fine to take out another credit card. But you have to remember that that will also impact your credit score most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then communicate openly with each other about your money, because you can't just be spending out of nowhere these big amounts of cash without telling each other, because then you're putting each other in a bad spot, and then you would not know how to go on from there, and that also leads to many breakups over finances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have this is a subject that I can't make me funny off it, because I don't have any funny stories or funny jokes. So that's just how it be. Oh no, my sister. She's bad at finances. That's it.
So are you.
I am very bad at finances.
Remember when you spent all the $400 that I gave you from we used to do insurance together, and gave you the $400 and you spent it all on snacks in like one day?
I did do that. I didn't mean to do that, but I did do that.
The heck you mean you didn't mean to do it?
I don't know how I did it.
You don't just accidentally spend $400 on snacks.
I don't know how I did it.
If you look at the tab and it's like, wow, this is like over $100, put something back. It's time to put something back.
I don't know what I did, bro. I truly do not remember what I did, for real.
You could have bought a whole like console.
I could have, but I didn't. I didn't want to buy anything, for real, because I had a console I wanted.
Maybe you should save it or invest it.
Yeah.
Smart money moves.
I didn't know about investing yet either. I was like, what, 19?
Material girl.
I was about to do that too.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, this video, I don't know. There's not comedy here. There's just actual advice, because I didn't have anything to say. How it be. Sorry.
This is so dumb.
I know. And that's it, I guess.
That's it.
Ta-da.
Thanks for watching.
Yay. I guess that is.
Bye.